everyone, RC Bobby Man, how we all going? We over the food coma yet? A lot of food, a lot of ham. Geez, I reckon I'll have ham on my ice cream in 3 more days still. Anyway, I managed to get together a bit of a happy sort of gathering with a bit of family and friends, and I hope you did too. Yeah, definitely ate too much. Anyway, I'm out here with the old Goldie. Just not happy with the wheels. Just had that big deep dish stance with the tri-lugs. Looks tough, but it really is no good for crawling, and if it's for recovery, well, I need to be able to get in, you know, to sort of places. So as just a basic trail run, it's an awesome setup. Pulling the car trailer and heading down to somewhere like the Weir, where it's, you know, it's a fair way down. So to tow down a truck that I'm going to use, and then tow it back so I don't have to carry it. And then if I break the one that's pulling it, I can always swap over and pull it with the other one. So I'm hopefully not carrying the truck at all. No one really wants to be carrying a truck out of the core grounds, but anyway, sometimes it happens. Anyway, I've tried these narrower wheels. Just have a squizzy at these. They're on a rim that's actually quite similar to the actual Traxxas plastic rims that come out like on the TRX4 on the Defender, and I'm not too sure about the new Bronco. I don't know about that, but anyway, on the old TRX4s and everything else, the old plastic Traxxas rim, that's what they seem to be styled like. So I actually like the look of them. They've got that rim saver ring on the side, but I think I'm going to pull that off and see what they look like without that. But it's definitely made it more capable. So I'll come up with a plan, and I think it's going to go something like this. Alrighty then, well, what we've got is, like I said, we've got these awesome rims. Nice and deep dish tri-lugs. There's a few different types of brands. These ones are the tri-lugs. They're not as deep in the tread as probably the originals. They're probably a copy. But with the way that this body is mounted onto a TRX4, we've already got an issue with the diffs being slightly wider than natural. Now these rims which I've tried today, they're a clone design. It's almost like they're the same as the plastic ones that come out on the TRX4 Defender, but these ones are all steel. They're a Beadlock, as you can see there, and they've also got this ring which I'm told is a rim saver, so as you turn through sand it's not actually wearing the rim. Now the ideal tyres, which I'd like to run on this, or give it a try, are these ones here. They're there we go. KLR MTs. Mickey Thompson's. Now they're a bloody good little tyre, and I ran these on some other rims. They were just like the normal black Sunraysia pressed metal rims, sort of like these, but only just like a normal style, normal dish. So that's why I'm now going to try and putting these tyres onto these rims, possibly minus that ring. We'll see how we go. Now, there's been a few times people have talked about these hair buns, and you just get them from like the cheapy shop. I think a lot of times it's like when you do your hair up, I don't know, bloke, women, whatever you fancy. I don't know, I don't use them. However, I have heard that they're good as an insert into your tyre. So these ones have got the existing standard foams and they're probably a little bit shot. So we're going to give it a try when we put these tyres onto these rims. We're going to add these, one of these into each wheel, and see what sort of a difference it makes. Hopefully with a little bit of luck. This Hilux, it's 5.2 kilos, so it's a reasonable amount of weight. But the problem I've got is when I try and crawl with these big buggers, it's just like a monster truck. So I want to try and, like I've driven it with these now, and it handles and drives and crawls a hell of a lot better. So we're going to go even narrower than what we had, and I'll level that up on the bottom. You know, there's also quite a big difference. It'll aid with a lot of clearance. So obviously I'm not going to sit here and go through all of this and make you watch, but I'll get my act together and I'll begin the process and grab a couple of happy snaps on the way through, and yeah, we'll learn a little bit about beadlocks. Beadlock rims, these ones here, the beadlock is, the looks of that there, is held together by these bolts here, and it clamps this side of the rim. They screw into that black thing there, and it clamps this side of the rim, and inside there is a metal ring, and this edge would clamp onto this side of the metal ring and pinch or grip the tyre wall in that little section there, and the same as on the other side, that metal ring that runs on the inside. And then by doing up those bolts, clamping it together, this edge here would push up against the metal ring that's inside, which you'll see, and that'll clamp onto that edge, and then that's how you get a beadlock. So some of the cheapies, they're just glued on. Yet these ones here, they're bolted on. These ones here is another example. You can see there's that ring there with all of those fittings. So by undoing each of those there, that'll take that ring off, and then that'll allow, it'll have the same, it'll have a tube metal ring inside that the tyre gets clamped between the ring and that metal ring inside, but you'll see it when I pull it apart. So yeah, beadlock rims, once they're tightened up, it basically locks. So if you're driving, you're not going to have the tyre all of a sudden starting to spin on the rim. It's going to lock it on. Normally, if it's just a store-bought, it'll just usually be glued. Anyway, I'll get into this, I'll start pulling it apart a little bit, and I'll get the process going, we'll get some happy snaps, and we'll see how we go. Putting some hair buns in the gold Hilux feet and see how she runs. Let's give it a try. go. I just had a bit of a look. Fuck off. Righto. Well, that's those hair buns put into those tyres, those Mickey Thompsons, and then put onto those steel rims. Fitted up the Hilux, even with the weight of the Hilux 5.2, but I'm probably going to reweigh it just to see where we're at. But yeah, that's sitting really, really good. Doesn't even look like it's deflected it too much at all. So all will be revealed in the next test. I certainly do like the look of it, much narrower, and that's even smaller, narrower again, and smaller wheels and better tyres than what I had to play with, what we saw previously. So I'll can this for now, and the next episode I'll be giving that a try and seeing how it goes. So there you go. Beadlock rims and tyres, and you saw how it's got that inner ring, and yeah, there's all sorts of different styles, different beadlocks from different brands have different beadlocks that work different ways, but anyway, basically it locks the tyre onto the rim. So yeah, all right. Well, I'm gonna wait with bated breath for now. After I'm taking to go out now at 12 lights. Next episode might be a night run. I'll film it in half an hour. We'll see you next episode whether I ended up going out tonight and having a play or whether I wait until tomorrow. But until then, look after yourselves. Don't forget to sing out. And if you're having a bit of a difficult time, but reach out. Reach out to a family member, reach out to a friend. I don't care who it is. It doesn't matter as long as you just reach out and share the burden. Just have a talk with somebody. Try and get on top of these things if you're having a difficult time. Christmas time, it is a crazy time at the best time, so don't forget to sing out if you're having a tough time. But alright, well, I'll leave it with this episode. Thanks for the subscriptions, thanks for the likes, loving every minute of it. Getting up there in the old video count, it's not too bad. Getting a few there that've got some big counts too, so loving it. Don't forget to press the like button. See, the more people press the like button, the more it spreads. Yeah, so the more people you get a chance, hit the like button. It'll help it get out, help get your message out. Alright, until next episode, which will either be night time or daytime, but we'll give this Hilux a go with these new tyres and hair buns. Hair buns, who would have thought? Alright, talk to you then. Love you guys.